2016, I was in Dakar, Senegal, and I saw this particular female on Facebook. I won't call her name, but I saw her on Facebook, and she was professing to be a child of God, but she was at the wax museum, and she was hugging this wax
Figure.
doll,
Yeah.
it was. She was hugging this copy of Biggie, saying, this should have been my husband. I said, Lord, what in the world? This woman's supposed to be a child of God. You in there talking about this ungodly man supposed to be your husband?
Mm.
An hour later, Jesus Christ took me from that room into hell. Hear me now. Hear my words. With no dream, for some of y'all saying I'm having dreams. With no vision, I was physically out of my body in hell, standing beside Jesus Christ himself. There's this cave-like area, and it's pitch black. And there was these two, the demons was the demons was darker than the darkness. You didn't even know it was demons there until you saw the whites of their eyes. That's how you knew that they was creatures. And these demons had to be 13, 14, 15 feet tall. And they were standing in front of a jail cell. A jail cell in hell. A jail cell in hell. The bars went up and down, and they were dug into the top of this cave-like area and then dug into the bottom. And it was just a carved out area of a cave room. And there was nothing in this room, just a carved out area. And Biggie was holding the bars, but he was on fire from the inside. He was burning from the inside. Like somebody put a bomb in his belly, he exploded. I saw him, and I'm standing there looking at him. And I asked Jesus, I said, Jesus, why is this man here? And these are the words Jesus said verbatim, is written on record in heaven. This is what he told me. He said, this man, he ain't even call him his name. He said, this man told me he didn't need me. This man went to a fetish priest and got charms he carried around in his pocket to become famous. And he said, this man.
Wait, what did you say?
This man went to a fetish priest and got charms that he put in his pocket that he carried around to become famous. You don't know nothing about that? Oh, America, America. There are witch doctors who are given a semblance of power by demons, by Satan himself. And it's practiced a lot in Africa and other countries.
Yes.
It's not practiced as much here.
Yes.
But it's practiced a lot in Africa, where there are real witch doctors. That's all they do 24/7, 365. They live in their little witch doctor huts or witch doctor tents, and they serve Satan. And they take these little charms. It could be an earring. It could be a piece of a rock. It could be a piece of a cloth. And they do incantations over this, over this charm. And they give it to the person. And demons follow that charm. And whatever that person asked of from that witch doctor, those demons make happen. That's it. That's what they do. And he believed he was a king. And Jesus said, but mostly it's because he told me he didn't need me. When Jesus finished speaking, them two demons, one demon told the other demon that he wasn't speaking in English. He was speaking this language I ain't never heard, but I knew what he was saying. He was saying, because he was pointing. They had staffs. They had poles. I don't know what's up with the staffs, but they had these staffs. And he was holding the staff with his right hand. He pointed. He said he was telling the other demon to get him out of that cell, and they're going to take him for more torment. So when they came out of the cell, fake king's robe appeared on him, fake crown. And they took him and put him in a juicer. Now, in the spirit realm, you have a permanent spirit body. In hell, you still feel like you have bones. You still feel like you have blood vessels. You still feel like you have the same organs you had here. But you don't, but you do, you feel it. And he felt the pain of breaking bone, muscles and ligaments and tendons, his skull being cracked and smashed. He felt that. And then it was all on the floor in a big mush pile. And then his body just came back together, and then they put him back in his cell. And when they put him back in his cell and closed the door, he exploded on fire. Like somebody put a bomb inside his chest and he exploded, but his body didn't do nothing. He was just burning from the inside. Yes, he's in hell. He told Jesus he didn't need him. Acts chapter 4, verse 12 is very clear. John 3:16 is very clear. For God so loved his word that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth on him shall not perish, but shall have everlasting life. Bigger didn't want him. He didn't want to have nothing to do with him. He told him, just like Marilyn Monroe told Jesus, I don't need you. You know how many people died in their sins telling Jesus they don't need him? because they're deceived. Nobody knowingly goes to hell. Knowingly. Let me tell you about the fireball section. 2014. I was single. Well, I was living by myself. Wasn't nobody in the house with me. And this particular night, I was in my room. I had just finished saying my prayers. And I was on my stomach. I'm a stomach sleeper. And my spirit started to rise up through my body. I could hear the electricity. It was zzz, zzz, pop, pop, pop. I could hear electricity. I had never experienced this any other time I left my body. But this time, the Lord was allowing me to feel the electricity that you hear when your spirit pops out of your body. Well, that's what I heard. I can't speak for the people who have had NDs, OBs. Mm-hmm. So as my spirit is leaving my body, I grabbed the headboard. I'm crying. I'm screaming, begging the Lord not to take me. I mean, literally screaming, saying, Lord, no, please don't take me. You left Mary Kay Baxter. You left Bill Weiss. You gonna leave me. I was scared out of my mind because I really thought it was, because he had left Mary Kay and Bill Weiss. And I was like, Lord, I'm gonna come back and I'll be in a psych ward.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle that. And I had this little blue gown type dress I used to wear around the house. V-neck, long sleeve. It came to my knees, had a little slit, but it was only for the house. And it was folded up. I just washed it. It was up in the closet. Ezekiel, while I was screaming, begging the Lord not to take me to hell, I was standing in hell in that gown, in that blue gown dress, standing in hell. I'm looking around like this. Now, mind you, every time God takes me to hell, he takes away the fear, the smell, and the sound. I'll never have no fear. I've never had any. Well, I was afraid that time because I thought he was going to leave me. But when I was in hell, I didn't have any fear. So I'm standing in hell. There's a wall right here. That's the hell wall. It's cave wall. Looks like a regular cave. And you look up, all you see is pitch black darkness. And I was standing this close to the wall. And I'm looking around. And I look up, all I seen was pitch black darkness as far as I could see. And this is what I saw. And this is why I call it the fireball section, because I saw a bunch of fireballs. Now listen. Okay. Try to describe this. You see how round this is? This is perfectly asymmetrical. Perfectly round. This is a perfectly round circle in every form and shape. Mm-hmm. Imagine a circle shaped like this, but the size of a human. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now imagine a circle of fire shaped just like this, the size of a human, but it's fire. They're fireballs. There was thousands of them, this way, and that way. They were suspended above the earth, so you got the ground right here. Mm-hmm. And each fireball was suspended above the earth, maybe 2 inches, but it was locked in place. Mm-hmm. But it was suspended above the earth. Each fireball actually got off from burning the people that was inside of it, because there was one person inside of each fireball. One. And the color of the fire was black, blue, purple, yellow. It was people, you couldn't see that it was a person inside the fire because of the colors, but if you got up close to it, then you could see them. Each person was damned inside. Each person was damned, and their torment was being locked inside of a ball of fire. I'm talking about encased inside of fire. I ain't talking about your head out and your neck out or this part of your body. I'm talking about all of you was on fire.
Jesus.
I'm standing there looking, and my eyes, and this is the same way it happened in heaven. It happens in the spirit realm. My eyes started to zoom like a lens, and the camera started zooming. I was zooming in 25 miles away. That's how big this place was. And I was coming up, my eyes, I was in the same spot, but my view was coming up on this person who was inside this fireball going bat nut crazy trying to get the fire off. I'm talking about wailing, doing whatever they could to get the fire off, but they couldn't because it was encased inside of it. I knew that it was a man, but before my vision was able to lock eyes and see the face, I believe, I can't say. All I can say was I know it was a man. But before my vision got close enough where I could see their face, I was back in my body.